Alright, let's talk for real. Have you ever caught yourself saying, I'll do it when I'm ready? Or I just need to know a little bit more before I start? And I'll be honest, I've been there too. It's like we are all waiting for this magical moment where a neon sign appears and saying, you're ready, go now, go forth and conquer. And spoiler, that sign doesn't exist. Now here's the deal. Readiness is overrated. What you need isn't readiness, it's courage. And let me say that again. You need courage. The reason why you haven't started yet is because you're overvaluing preparation and undervaluing actions. And today, we're going to dive deep into why you should start before you even know how. And trust me, these are some mindset shifts that can completely change your view of life. Also, if you're already overthinking this video, it's probably a sign you need to hear this. So let's go. Hey, what's up wonderful people? My name is Jean Lu and welcome to my channel once again, where we make a difference in life. Okay, so why do we wait? Why do we keep telling ourselves, I'll start when I feel ready? It's not because we are lazy or unmotivated. So let's give ourselves some credit here. It's fear. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of looking like a total amateur. Now our brains isn't wired to avoid discomfort. And let's be real, starting something new feels uncomfortable. It's like walking into a gym for the first time thinking, what is that kettlebell? Is that a weapon? It's easier to stay in our comfort zone, where everything feels safe and predictable. But here's the irony. Waiting doesn't get rid of fear, and it actually makes it worse. The longer you wait, the scarier the task becomes. It's like leaving the dishes in the sink and they don't go away. They just pile up until you're staring at a mountain of regrets. Psychologists have a name for this. It's the confidence-competence loop. So what that basically means is you don't get confidence by waiting, you get it by doing. So let me take you back when I first realized I needed to do something for myself. I had spent years pouring my energy into my career, and while it gave me the stability and recognition, I couldn't shake the thought about what about my own dreams. So I decided to start small while I'm still working on my job. I launched a side hustle as a passion project. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew I had to just start. So I created a brand and began selling men's fashion accessories. Now let me tell you this, I was clueless and I didn't have a business background, and every step felt like I was stumbling in the dark. I had to do everything myself to keep the costs down, like building a website, designing products, coordinating with the manufacturers, handling logistics, shooting videos and photos of products, running ads, the whole shebang. And the mistake that I made, there were moments I thought, what on earth was I doing? But you know what? Every mistake taught me something new. Every stumble was a step forward. And even though I didn't grow the business to where I dreamed of, I consider it a huge success because of what I've learned. And that experience gave me the confidence to take the ultimate leap by leaving my job and start a proper business. Now I'm still way in the early stage right now, but I know the lessons that I've gathered along the way will guide me through this journey. Now let me tell you something magical about taking actions. It clears up confusion. When you start before you know how, it gives yourself permission to figure it out as you go. Now spoiler alert, nobody starts with all the answers. And here's a little visual for you. Now imagine you're in a pitch black room and you need to find a door. Standing still won't reveal it. You have to move and feel your way around, bump into stuff, maybe curse a little, and eventually you'll find a door. Now that's life. The path only becomes clearer once you start walking. And as Lao Tzu once said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Now what he didn't say and probably meant is that the first step will probably be awkward and uncertain. But that's okay. Taking the first step is what sets you on your journey to your future. And it's not just business. Let's talk about investing for a second. Now years ago, I realized that I wanted to achieve financial freedom as early as possible. I realized I couldn't just solely rely on a salary. I had to learn how to grow and multiply my money through investing. So I dove in headfirst, thinking, how hard can this be? So I opened a brokerage account and dumped a whole bunch of money into the market. Thought I was a genius, but truth be told, I wasn't. And the market humbled me real quick. I made big losses, and those losses were some of the best teachers that I ever had. And here's what I learned. The market doesn't reward impatience or arrogance. It rewards those who are willing to learn and adapt and stay patient. And over time, I got better at investing, and now financially, I'm at a place where I can take calculated risks to chase something bigger and start a new journey to a new future. Alright, let's tackle one big one. The fear of failure. It's the number one reason why we hesitate. But let me drop some wisdom here. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. Now think about one of the favorite quotes from Thomas Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb. He once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that it didn't work." Now can you imagine if Edison said, I think I'll wait until I'm ready to invent this thing. Well, we'll still be in the dark lighting candles by now. And failure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's not the end of the road, it's just a pit stop where you learn what doesn't work. Now instead of seeing failure as a dead end, see it as a feedback. It's basically the universe trying to say, nice try, now learn from it and go try again. And when I was starting my side business, I didn't know everything. I just started. Was it messy? Oh yeah. Did I make mistakes? Absolutely. But every mistake was a lesson. Action creates clarity. You can just sit there overthinking every step, or you can start moving and let the process teach you what you need to know. And like Nelson Mandela said, I never lose, I either win or learn. And that's exactly how I approach things from now. If you start and it's not perfect, you're still learning, and that's a win by itself. Now let's flip the script for a second. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask yourself, what will it cost me if I didn't start? The cost of inaction is sneaky. It doesn't scream like failure does. It just quietly robs you of your time and potential. Every day that you wait is a day that you could have been learning, growing, and getting closer to your goals. And here's a fun little metaphor. If you want to run a marathon but keep putting off on your training, guess what? You're not magically going to wake up on race day and ready to run 26 miles. And if you never start, you're guaranteed not to finish. Like a wise man once said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So inaction is the only thing that guaranteed zero progress. And I'll be honest, quitting my job to pursue my business was terrifying, and there were nights I lay awake thinking, am I making the right decision? But then I reminded myself this. The cost of not starting and staying in my comfort zone was far greater than any risk that I was taking. And here's what nobody tells you about starting. It's not just about reaching your goal. It's about who you become in the process. Every step that you take, every stumble, every little win builds confidence and resilience. You start to see yourself as someone who takes action, someone who grows through challenges, and someone who doesn't back down just because things got hard. Now remember the first time you tried to swim. You probably didn't know what you were doing. You flail around, you swallow some water, maybe scream like a little girl, but eventually you figure it out. The transformation wasn't just in learning how to swim. It was in proving yourself that you could face something hard and come out stronger. And here's the kicker. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting despite the fear. Starting before you're ready isn't about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to begin. When I was running my side hustle, every challenge forced me to grow. I had to become someone who could adapt, problem solve, and bounce back from setbacks. I stopped seeing failure as something to fear and started seeing it as a feedback. And that's the point. It's not about having all the answers before you begin. It's about trusting yourself to figure it out as you go. And like Martin Luther King Jr. said, you don't have to see the whole staircase. You just need the first step. So here's the bottom line. You're never going to feel 100% ready. And that's okay. The point isn't to have all the answers. The point is to take action and figure it out as you go. So here's my message to you. Stop waiting, start messy, start scared, just start. Whether it's launching a business, learning a new skill, or pursuing a passion, the opportunities and growth that you're looking for is on the other side of action. So remember, the perfect time doesn't exist, but the right time is always now. And here's my challenge to you. What's the one thing that you've been putting off because you didn't feel ready? Drop it in the comments below and let's take that first step together. And hey, if this message resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a little push to start. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, cheers, goodbye.